JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, municipal cop fatally stabbed in Clarendon domestic dispute. The police in Clarendon are hunting for the common law wife of a municipal policeman in connection with his stabbing death on Monday. The deceased has been identified as 30-year-old Keeney MacDonald, who lived in Burnt Ground, Green Meadows in the parish. MacDonald was employed at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. The police report that about 5:20 p.m., MacDonald and his common-law wife had a dispute when she allegedly used a pair of scissors to stab him. The police were alerted, and MacDonald was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing. Up to May 27, some 29 people have been killed in Clarendon. St. James' mother in custody after 7-year-old son murdered. A St. James' mother has been taken into custody and is now being questioned by the police in connection with the death of her 7-year-old son. The body of Hayden Rose was discovered in a small banana field outside his home in Bickerseth this morning. Rose was a grade 2 student at Bickerseth Primary School and lived in Johnson Common, which is also in Bickerseth. The police report that the child's body was discovered around 7:30 a.m. and an alarm was raised. A police team was dispatched to the area. Upon the arrival of the detectives, the body was found lying face down in bushes with what appeared to be a chop wound to the back of his head. Further investigation at the scene led to the discovery of blood inside his house, which resulted in his mother being taken into custody on suspicion of murder. Residents have theorized that the child may have been killed late Sunday night and his body dumped in the banana field. Man shot dead on Spanish Town Road. 33-year-old Sheldon Murray, otherwise called Kush or Joe, of Pretoria Road, Kingston 13, was shot and killed by unknown assailants on Spanish Town Road, Kingston 13, on Monday, May 30. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that about 8:15 a.m., Moore was at a bar when two armed men traveling in a Toyota Fielder motor car entered the establishment and opened gunfire. The police were alerted, and Moore was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigations continue. Man accused of being gang's gunsmith walks after no case submission. Dwayne Salmon, otherwise called Chemist, the man who was on trial for allegedly being the gunsmith for the St. Catherine-based Wandon gang, was Tuesday morning the fifth defendant to walk free in the ongoing trial. Salmon was freed following a successful no-case submission by his attorney, Cameron Robinson. Salmon had been facing charges under 2 counts on the indictment. The Crown last week conceded that it had no case against him in respect of 1 count, leaving him on the other. On Tuesday morning, however, following a submission by his attorney, the remaining count which charged him with being a member of a criminal organization also fell. The Crown further failed in its attempt to have the court amend the indictment to place an additional count on the indictment, making it a 26-count indictment as against 25 counts. The 26th count the Crown had hoped to have added would have charged someone with providing a benefit to a criminal organization. The Chief Justice, however, in turning down the application, said it being made at this late stage of the trial would have been prejudicial to the defendant. The trial, which began with 33 defendants in September last year, now has 28 accused remaining in the docks. Man convicted of lottery scamming and money laundering by a jury in St. Catherine. Cameron Towson was on Monday convicted by a jury in the St. Catherine Circuit Court of lottery scamming and money laundering. After 30 minutes, the 7-member jury returned a unanimous verdict of guilty on the charges of conspiracy to obtain money by false pretense, possession of criminal property, and engaging in a transaction involving criminal property. Towson is to be sentenced by Justice Bertram Morrison, who presided over the 2-week trial on June 17. The complainant, a 72-year-old United States citizen, testified via video link that she received several telephone calls from at least 2 persons informing her that she had won the lottery, a total of $682 million, 3 motor vehicles, and $297,000 in refunds. She further testified that she was instructed by one of the callers that the funds were being housed in Jamaica and therefore she had to send money to the island to claim her prizes. In order to claim her prizes, the complainant, on 3 separate occasions, sent money to a local bank account held by Towson. The evidence from the representative of the local bank, where Towson had the account, showed that the sums were in fact sent by the complainant via wire transfer to his bank account. The exhibits show that Towson received, used and withdrew the money sent by the complainant. The matter was investigated, and Towson was arrested and charged in 2018. Towson gave evidence that he thought the money received in his bank account were sent by his lover, who resided in Switzerland, as his lover would usually send large sums of cash to him. He further testified that he did not know that these sums were sent by the complainant or that they were criminal property. He indicated that he was expecting funds from his lover around the same time that the complainant sent the money to his bank account. However, Towson admitted under cross-examination that he did not make any mention of his lover to the investigating officer or what he believed was the source of the money. He testified further that, since his arrest, he has not seen or heard from his lover. Towson was represented by attorney-at-law Davian Vassell, while the matter was prosecuted by Jodian Edwards, Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions, and Dominique Martin, Crown Counsel. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions noted that this prosecution was historic in that this was the first time that it was concluded a trial on one indictment before a jury in respect of these offences at the same time. Usually, offences under the Law Reform, Fraudulent Transactions Special Provision Act 2015, commonly referred to as lotto scamming, are tried by a judge alone in the circuit court, and offences under the Proceeds of Crime Act are tried by a judge alone in the parish court. Murder tally climbs to 594. The murder tally in Jamaica now stands at 594 as at May 27. This represents a 7% increase year on year. The figure shows that 20 people were killed in the 4 days since the last crime statistics were released by the Jamaica Constabulary Force on May 23. At that time, the murder tally was 574. St. James is the first police division to surpass 100 murders with 101, a 44% increase when compared to 70 homicides recorded during the corresponding period in 2021. Westmoreland 61, St. Catherine North 56, St. Andrew South 52, and St. Catherine South 46 round out the top 5 murderous divisions so far this year. Robbery and break-ins have recorded increases. Other major crimes such as shootings, injured persons and rape have declined. Leave Lindell Powell's murder sentence alone, says lawyer. Attorney-at-law Diane Milo Barrett, who is representing murder convict Lindell Powell, has asked the Court of Appeal not to disturb the sentence of her client. Powell pleaded guilty to the January 2017 murders of Oral McIntosh and Ida Clark and was sentenced last December to 12 years imprisonment. Paul would only serve 12 years as the sentences are running concurrently. Supreme Court Justice Bertram Morrison, who tried the case, ruled that he will be eligible for parole after serving 10 years. Given all the circumstances, he made a wise decision, the best decision, and he delivered a sentence that ought not to be changed, Milo Barrett said this morning on day 2 of the historic prosecutorial appeal. This is the first case brought by a prosecutor since the law was changed last year, given limited right of appeal against acquittals and sentences. The attorney added that the learned senior judge did not err in principle or on the side of the law. In her submission yesterday, Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, Paula Llewellyn, argued that the sentence was unduly lenient and said a fixed sentence was inappropriate given Powell's previous conviction. Llewellyn recommended that Powell be sentenced to life imprisonment with eligibility for parole between 20 to 28 years. That reeks of injustice, and it does so because at no point throughout this matter was there any talk of 28 years. They didn't say so in their submissions either. They asked for life, for 20, but in their oral they go to 28. Is this person, Lindell Powell, not a man? Hasn't he offended? Hasn't he accepted his responsibility? Milo Barrett asked. The Court of Appeal will consider the submissions, review the transcripts and the arguments advanced, and notify accordingly when the court's decision is ready. Court of Appeal Justices Frank Williams, Nicole Simmons and Evan Brown are hearing the matter. The matter was adjourned at 10:32 a.m. Jamaica reports 190 new COVID cases. Jamaica reported 190 new cases of COVID-19 and no fatalities on Monday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 137,266 and the death toll to 3,056. Of the new reported cases, there were 112 females and 78 males with ages ranging from 4 months to 92 years. The cases were recorded in St. James, 62, Westmoreland, 29, Kingston and St. Andrew, 25, St. Mary, 20, Portland, 10, Trelawney, 10, Clarendon, 9, Hanover, 9, St. Thomas, 9, Manchester, 8, St. Catherine, 8, St. Anne, 2, and St. Elizabeth, 1. The country also recorded 81 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 87,054. The positivity rate for the latest round of testing was 32.1%. There are 124 people hospitalized, 2 of them critically ill. There are 3,412 confirmed active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.